Hi guys, it's Kristjan from Base here, and I'm back with this week's top buy-to-let investment picks on Zoopla. So first of all, in our up to £500,000 bracket, this one bed on the market in Walthamstow with Stowe Brothers instantly caught my eye. It offers just over £375,000, which straight away appears a bit of a bargain. Clever marketing pricing there. So nice period property. It looks in good decorative order inside. Looks like it's been freshly painted. Got some quite simple laminate in. Decent sized kitchen. Some period features still in there, but the big win, this 33-foot south-facing private garden. So huge tick in the box for tenants looking for a home. Yeah, this looks like a really safe bet. I would expect in the condition it's in, that property to achieve somewhere in the region of $1,600 a month in rent. But I would argue there, I'd say there is an argument for going in and actually refurbishing this property, not from a cosmetic standpoint, but really just to take it a bit more forward and make it a bit more modern. Kitchen and bathroom are quite utilitarian. I'd be inclined to go a bit more design-led, go for that kind of insta-look. Definitely do some landscaping with that garden, make that a really practical, usable space outside that's easy to maintain, but also well designed for using. So maybe put some built-in seating or some gravel with a nice fire pit or something out there. Make it a real proper space that tenants can use. And you're going to kind of sort of future-proof this property for the next decade. So yeah, as you can see from all the photos, I mean, it really is good to go. You don't have to spend a penny on it. 150 years left on the lease, which is great news. Nothing on service charges and ground rent, so you will need to check what those are. But on a property like this, I wouldn't expect those to be particularly high. It's located near Blackhorse Road station. There's a lot of amenities by here, and obviously you've got the Walthamstow wetlands. If you know the area, it's a really desirable patch to live in. And the other great tick in the book for this one is it is for sale chain free, so you're not going to get stuck in a complicated chain sale. So there we go, that's our first one up to 500,000. Get on the phone to the Stowe Brothers, check what those service charges and ground rent costs are, and I would get bidding fast because I don't think this one's going to hang around. Moving on to our next price bracket. Now this is 500 to 750,000. This one sneaks in right at the bottom at 500,000, but this one, quite frankly, from an architectural point of view, kind of just blew me away. It's in a grade 2 listed school conversion down in Camberwell, overlooking Myatt Fields Park. So this is a grade 2 listed school conversion. It looks to be presented in fantastic order. If you were able to furnish it in a similar style to how it's presented now, I think you would have tenants literally fighting each other off with a stick to secure this one. Light filled, modern, simple, very, very stylish. A good size as well. The property comes in at just shy of 900 square foot. It's share a freehold, so no major concerns over lease length. Service charges are a little bit higher than normal at 3,700, but to be honest, that's to be expected because it is a grade 2 listed building, so you can have slightly higher maintenance insurance costs, but you do also have a concierge and there's allocated parking at this property. So really ticks all the boxes of what any tenant would want from a beautiful home. There's also bike storage there, and I believe, yes, this property is also for sale chain free. Now, I would be amazed if this property doesn't achieve at least $2,500 a month on the rental market. So that's a nice solid return based on a purchase price of 500,000, and for what looks very much like a turnkey investment. There are a lot more photos online, so do jump on the listing and scroll through, but really I wouldn't waste a moment's breath. I'd get onto Worcester and Stock and get viewings and offers in on this one, because this is not going to hang around for long at all. Last but not least, in our 750 to £1 million bracket, this 3-bed duplex on with Hamilton Brooks in the Golden Lane Estate for $835,000 really caught my eye. Now, for those of you not familiar, Golden Lane Estate basically sits pretty much right next door to the Barbican Estate, built in a very similar period, so 1960s. It is now a Grade 2 listed building. Very classic mid-century architecture, as you can see in the photo here. Big windows, lots of natural light, some cool touches like a cantilevered staircase really make a feature of the living room. You've got 3 ample sized bedrooms. I suppose the one downside is it does have 1 bathroom, which if you're going to be renting to sharers, they would probably want typically at least 2 to get that premium. But on the offset, they're in the most amazing location in an iconic architecture sort of landmark development. Part of the estate is also a public leisure centre which has recently been refurbished, and that's got tennis and squash courts, a gym and swimming pool. So whilst it's not a private gym, those amenities are really good and right on the doorstep. And for you as an investor, the good thing is you're not paying those, because leisure developments or leisure facilities tend to come with astronomical service charges alongside them, whereas this one, your tenants will get the benefit and the appeal of having those facilities on the doorstep without you guys having to foot the bill for that. So it's a really good one. But if we flick through, very clean natural lines as you would expect in property of this type. I would stay very true to the era as much as possible in terms of any possible refurbishment or furniture you would want to place in the property. Decent sized private balcony, big galley kitchen. So I mean, really a bit of a no-brainer here as well. I would expect, as it stands, this property to achieve somewhere in the region of about $3,500 a month for rent, given its location and iconic status. The one thing to point out on this one, and the agent is very clear on this in the property details, there is currently 84 years left on the lease. Now, that is where we start getting into twitchy territory for mortgage lenders. They don't really like anything of 80 or less years. However, you can extend the lease by up to 90 years at a cost of 1.75% of the purchase price, which, based on the current list price of $835, would be £14,612 in order to extend that lease from 84 years back up to the maximum of whatever that makes, 174. So yeah, a really good one. This is, I think, like the other two as well, this is another chain-free property for sale. So no getting tangled up in long chain purchases. There are, I don't think I've seen, oh no, ground rent and service charges. Sorry, ground rent comes in at £10 per annum, and service charges come in at just over £1,600. So very, very reasonable. Again, you're looking at the equivalent of about £130, £140 a month for your service charge and ground rent costs on the property. So don't delay, get on the phone. If that one floats your boat, that will be very easy to get let out. So get in touch with Hamilton Brooks today. Those are our 3 picks this week. Look forward to bringing you some more next time. Enjoy.